Welcome to Brefty Park in Cavan for the Meadowview Restaurant 2000 Championship, the junior final between Cornafean and Drumgoon. Both teams are out on the field. They came out just a few minutes ago, and it's Drumgoon dressed in their blue and gold who are doing their limbering up at the goal down to our left, and while we look at them, we'll give you a check on how they will line out with John Riley in goal, the full back line of Jimmy O'Reilly, Edward Jackson and Michael Hannon, the half back line of Seamus Morris, Colin Hannon and Adrian Crossan, midfield is Jim McNally and Paul Crossan, the half forwards are Philip McDermott, Martin Clerkin and Paul McCabe, and the full forward line Ian O'Reilly, Patrick McCabe and Peter Han. The coin has been tossed out there now in the centre of the field by referee Packy Smith from Killygarry. Jimmy O'Reilly has won the toss, and I think that he is elected to play from left to right as we look at it, which means that whatever breeze there is, which has blown up in the last 20 minutes or so, Drumgoon will face it in the first half. The Cornafean captain, Art McShane, is now making his way back up there to join the rest of the squad, and as he does, we will give you their line-out with Porrick Smith in goal, the full back line of Liam Young, Rory McShane and Arva Gormley, the half line Eamon Gaffney, Eamon O'Reilly and Michael McGivney, midfield is Kieran Martin and Brian Doyle, and the half forwards are Cahill Sheridan, Kieran McShane and Philip Wilson, the full forward line Val Sheridan, Art McShane and Tanasi Kildanis. Jimmy Galligan and Brian Crowe are the linesmen. Both teams in a huddle at the moment. Just a couple of minutes away from the first junior championship final of the 21st century. The players are now moving to take up their respective positions. So you've heard over the public address from Barney Colley that there is one change on the Drumgoon team from the selected line-out. Phelan O'Reilly, the left corner back, is unable to play and has been replaced by Michael Hannon. So Packy Smith now waiting out there just for the watch to tick over to 2:30. Jim McNally, Paul Crossan, Brian Doyle and Kieran Martin, they're astride the halfway line. I noticed as well that there are some positional changes before the game starts in the Drumgoon team, with Adrian Crossan playing at right half back and Seamus Morris playing at left. This, I can tell you, will be a pretty noisy place here in Brefty Park today. All clubs involved today have got hugely dedicated followers, and the junior final is on, and Brian Doyle letting the ball run free, and it's Jim McNally who picks it up for Drumgoon, playing it in nicely to Martin Clerkin playing it out onto the right, and Adrian Crossan getting the ball, laying it nicely into the middle. Paul McCabe has gone to the ground, the first three in coming inside the first half minute. This one will be taken by Peter Hand. Or will he leave it? It's an ideal situation for a left-footed kicker, that being Martin Clerkin. Is this the opening score of the junior final 2000? 47 seconds of my watch, and Drumgoon have opened their account. So Porrick Smith comes to the 20-metre line to place the ball for the kick-out. Beautiful September day here in Breffni Park, the sun beaming down. There was a little breeze blowing up just prior to the game, but an ideal day for football. What a catch from Jim McNally. His effort is smothered, and Cornafean with Eamon Gaffney go forward, moving up from the half-back line, and the shot has gone out to the right and signalled wide by both referee and umpires. It remains Drumgoon 1 point. Cornafean no score, a minute and a half playing in the first half. So it's John Riley to take the kick out. That will drop way out, about 70 metres or so out. Players trying to grab it. Over travelling there and a free in to Cornafean. Brian Doyle. This about 55 metres out from the Drumgoon goal. Brian Doyle drops it in. That will drop in around the goal area, held back there by Colin Hannon. Colin under pressure, they tried to release the ball. Philip McDermott was back helping out in defence. Liam Young will chase back to pick that up inside his own 45-metre line and lay it off there. Now two rolling that chain, played back out onto the wing. And Cornafean now will try to build an attack way down the right, but Seamus Morris got a toe poke on it, conceding the line ball. Quickly taken, sent inside. Kyle Sheridan to the right and wide. So it's John Riley to kick out. Some more switches. I can tell you that as Adrian Crossan grabbed that ball, that Philip Wilson is playing in the corner forward position. There was a lovely interception there now from Michael McGibney of Cornafean into Brian Doyle. Brian Doyle trying to release it. The ball eventually coming back to Brian Doyle. Feeding it down towards Philip Wilson, got up the hand out over the sideline. Drumgoon line ball. Jimmy O'Reilly, Brian Doyle of Cornafean. Brian will set it in towards Earthquake Chain Country. Pulled down in there by Edward Jackson. Jackson pulled and tumbled and fouled. Free out from the 45-metre line. Eddie Jackson takes it and sprays it way out for Peter Hand to chase. Liam Young going back there. Liam tackled as he tries to turn, is held. Cornafean free. That's going to slip in there. Adrian Crossan read it well. And now Drumgoon about to try and build an attack, but Liam Young cuts it out easily. Into Eamon Gaffney, shows it to the ground in possession. The referee calling for the ball, going to throw it up. Between Jim McNally and Brian Doyle. Juggling about, and Cornafean get the free, which Eamon Gaffney will leave to Brian Doyle to take. Lobbing it in high, Tanasi Kildanis trying to pick it up, playing it into space where he thought he might get it picked up, but the referee has blown it up. Goalkeeper John Riley will take the kick from the 13-metre line. Seamus Morris. Seamus under some pressure from Cavan Sheridan. Cornafean's line ball. And Cornafean's free. Floated in from Val Sheridan, and that is Well, it ricocheted out over the end line, but the referee had already blown. Kick comes out to Philip McDermott. Blocked down there now, but blocked out over the sideline by Eamon Gaffney. Philip doing a wandering job and Eamon Gaffney following him. Right across into the middle. Nicely held in there by Paul McCabe. Sending that one forward. Oliver Gormley got a touch onto it. Nicely held there by Rory McShane. Sent right down the middle. Jimmy O'Reilly comes out. Jimmy under some pressure from Philip Wilson, supported by Paul Crossan. Paul Crossan lays it off into space. That's nice work there. Carl Sheridan was back, but now Seamus Morris goes forward up from the half-back line, laying it in to Paul Crossan. He's still got the touch onto it. And Peter Hand floats it in. That's gone wide. So with 1 point on the board, that one is to Drumgoon. There's over 7 minutes played. Positions don't mean a lot as players tend to wander around. We await the kick out from Porrick Smith from the goal on our right. Out towards the middle. Kieran Martin tried to tap it on. Canalzi Kildanis couldn't hold it. Jim McNally will lay it off there now for Paul McCabe. McCabe taking the shot from Doom at 2. The time almost 8 minutes. Cornafean, no score. And referee Packy Smith is having a word with Michael McGibney in there. He's also writing down the score. That's a good kick out from Porrick Smith out towards the middle. Eamon O'Reilly. Eamon going forward for Cornafean. Jim McNally is going across the tackle. Still Eamon O'Reilly. Sending it in. That's centre half back, Eamon O'Reilly. 8.5 minutes played in the first half. 2 points to 1. And I can tell you that the crowd are still coming in to Breffney Park on this beautiful September Sunday. This is the big day in Cavan football. Junior final and senior final. As John O'Reilly's kick comes out, Cathal Sheridan trying to lay it in, and Eamon Gaffney going forward. 2 points from 2 halfbacks. John Riley's kick. Tap down. That's a free for a foul on Paul McCabe, and there will be another free there. And that hopping off Caden McShane. A referee deeming that Caden hadn't moved away fast enough. Peter Hand from the 45-metre line will take the Drumgoon free. We've played just over 10 minutes. It's all square at 2 points apiece. That's floated in, and Liam Young is there to make it. And to get it out to Eamon Gaffney, laying it off, and Liam Young will boot that one long down the field. Nicely collected there now by Adrian Crossan for Drumgoon. Adrian Crossan will pump that one up into the corner. It's a bit too strong. It's going to roll out over the line. Oliver Gormley will retrieve it. Chipping it in now to Rory McShane. Rory McShane across to Liam Young. That's the 3 full-backs combining there to get the Cornafean moving. Liam Young, the long one down the field. And Edward Jackson's claims eventually been brought upfield, and now Colin Hannon is onto the end of it. And he sends it wide. It remains 2 points apiece. We await the kick out. That comes out across the middle. Broken down. Eamon O'Reilly feeds it down now for Cavan McShane. Cavan McShane confronted by Colin Hannon as he swings that one in from the right. It comes back off of the woodwork. Now there's a chance for Cornafean. But John Riley is alert to it. Gets it out. Jim McNally adds to it. This is Paul McCabe. Paul will try and feed that ball in. He's going to carry it from chase on Michael McGivney. Putting it across. That was a little too strong, but Philip McDermott turning, kicking it high, kicking it well. And going to three at the 12.5 minutes. On the field of 2. I say hello to an old schoolmate of mine, Sean Smith. Comes the kick, Jim McNally grabbing it. Free to Drumgoon. Jim feeding it in, rolling a chain, brings it down. Rory booting his way down the field. Now can Cornafean come moving with Brian Doyle onto the end of that one. He took the pass from Cahill Sheridan. Brian Doyle is fouled. Plays it right across there now. Eamon Gaffney has moved up into an attacking position again. Gaffney's kick is high and wide. Packie Smith just noting something. That's something possibly a number for a foul just a little earlier. As we await the kick out from John Riley. Out it comes towards the middle. Caden Martin laying it off to Brian Doyle as the ball is played inside now. Martin Clarkin trying to pick it up, but the referee awarding the free which Jarp McShane is about to take. Try to get it inside now. The referee has gone in there. There's one of the Drumgoon players down injured. Cavan McShane has been spoken to at the moment. And a yellow. Cavan might have just had something to say about the challenge that was on Val Sheridan just earlier. So with about 15 minutes played in the first half, that's the first stoppage, and I'm sure the ref has stopped the watch for it. Michael Hannon gets to his feet, and the game will continue with the free to Drumgoon and John Riley to take. Out beyond the middle, Michael McGivney of Cornafean. Brian Doyle will take the free. Feeding it in towards Art McShane. Has to get a second bite at it. Philip Wilson pulls on it. Tanazi Kilgannis about to pick it up. Tanazi turning, shooting, and left in back. The thing coming to peace with 50.5 minutes played in the first half. So we wait the kick-off, which will now come from John Riley. Clare's calling for it. Paul Crossan doing the calling on the fetching, under some pressure there. Paul will feed the ball out. The referee spotted a nudge. Free from where it landed. That was in with Philip McDermott, who gets it in there to Paul McCabe. Paul McCabe laying the ball off. And he was calling for the return that didn't go his way. It eventually ended up with the ball being handled on the ground and a free in to Drumgoon, which Peter Hand will take. And the chance. Oh, well, Ian O'Reilly will take this one. So the chance for Drumgoon to go in front. 4 points to 3. Almost 17 minutes played in the first half. As Pádraig Smith prepares to take the kick out. Right out towards the middle of the field. Kieran Martin couldn't hold. Brian Doyle does. To Kieran Martin. Feeds it out now for Eamon Gaffney. Gaffney will boot that one down towards Val Sheridan's corner. But filling out there in the corner was Drumgoon players, and as Colin Hannon gets the ball up towards the middle of the field, it's added to right up in there now to Ian O'Reilly. Ian going forward, trying to lay it off for Peter Hand. Peter Hand kicks it well, kicks it over, 5 points to 3. 18 minutes played. Whatever breeze there is, favouring Cornafean in the first half as Eamon O'Reilly comes across to pick that up from the break, feeding it out to Philip Wilson. It slips past and Edward Jackson comes across. Edward Jackson now to clear it for Drumgoon out towards the sideline on the far side. Paul Crossan will chase, but chase in vain. Kieran Martin will go over to take the line ball for Cornafean. In towards Art Betchin, but Edward Jackson got a touch on it. Another line ball to Cornafean. This one is floated in. Good running up there from Eamon Gaffney. Over the bar, his second point of the game. 19 minutes played. 5-4 in favour of Drumgoon. John Riley's kick. That's nice fielding there from Adrian Crossan and laying it off for Paul McCabe. Paul going forward looks to see who is available. Paul knocked away momentarily. Peter Hand will jab it inside. This is Ian O'Reilly. Ian trying to find Paul McCabe. Patrick was waiting for it. Martin Turkin takes it and scores it. Patrick McCabe had taken up a great position in front of goal. The ball was fed to Martin Kirkin. He obliged by popping it over. 6 points to 4. 20 minutes played. Pádraig Smith's kick out beyond midfield. Jim McDally taps it down. Kieran McShane of Cornafean to pick it up. Kieran McShane will pump it high in. Has Philip Wilson got into the full forward position? Maybe he just roamed in there. This is Val Sheridan. Val Sheridan was kicked back there by Michael Hannon. Michael Hannon trying to find a way out and get good support. Now can Drumgoon with Adrian Crossan work it out of defence. Rolling it across in the middle. A strong challenge on Eamon O'Reilly, and he takes the free across to Cavan Martin. Cavan Martin going forward, looks for support, sidesteps Jim McDally, playing it into Philip Wilson. Wilson will find Brian Doyle. Doyle will kick this one left for it. Kick it between the posts. Put 1 point between them. Over 21 minutes in. 6-5. Drumgoon leads Cornafean. We await John Riley's kick out. We won't have to wait very long. That will land out beyond the 65-metre line. Ian O'Reilly will lead in. A chance on here now for Philip McDermott. It's off the crossbar and over. I wonder if Corey Smith got fingertips to it. Philip McDermott wearing support on the left knee, now feeling the right one. Gone down injured. Just over 22 minutes played in the first half. That shot, as it left his boot, the thoughts in his mind were to raise a green flag with it. That, in fact, the first real goal chance of the day. It's 7 points to 5. So to a round of applause. Philip gets to a seat. And the game will recommence with Corey Smith's kick out. Right out there now. The challenge with Paul McCabe and Michael McGivney. McCabe picks it up. Referee blowing the whistle. Martin Clerkin to take the kick. Inside now to Adrian Crossan. Adrian Crossan nicely in. Peter Hand from out the field kicks it high. The umpire looks up and signals that it's missed the target. Switches. Philip Wilson out on the half-forward line. Tanasi Kilganis in the top of the left. Corey Smith's kick out. Martin Clerkin of Drumgoon. Feeding across. Liam Young gets a touch on it. Eamon Gaffney will pick it up as Peter Hand goes in the challenge. Gaffney been pursued, being pulled down. The pocket of Packy Smith is now open. The boot is coming out. Liam Young being attended to over there on the far side. Soon, I think, to get to his feet, and no, it's not Liam Young that's down injured. I see Liam moving across into the middle. I'll just check on that again. It could be Eamon Gaffney. It's Eamon Gaffney was down and he's up and okay. That's another wide for Cornafean. So John Riley will kick out. I make it by my time and that there's probably around 5 minutes left in this first half as Martin Clarkin picks the ball up, feeding up towards Ian O'Reilly, nicely taken by Ian O'Reilly. Up towards Patrick McCabe. Patrick McCabe turning inside, being chased by Rory McShane. Still Patrick McCabe, over-travelling, free out. Nicely placed out now to Eamon O'Reilly. Into Brian Doyle. Brian Doyle feeding it way down there towards the corner. Jimmy O'Reilly goes across. Too strong for Philip McDermott and out over the sideline. Eamon Gaffney's kick into Philip Wilson. Philip Wilson will send it into Tanazi Kildare. Tanazi going to the goal on here. Deflected over. John Riley got a hand to it. It's 7-6. Almost identical of the last point that Drumgoon got. It looked like a goal chance. So from 20-metre line, the kicker comes from John Riley. That won't reach halfway, but it will reach the hands of Colin Hannon. Now to Adrian Crossan. Feeding it up. Nicely kept in by Ian O'Reilly. Brian Doyle is back there to pick it up for Cornafean under pressure. Still retaining possession. Supported by midfield colleague Cavan Martin. Way down the field that will bounce and Jimmy O'Reilly's there. Cahill Sheridan of Cornafean. 3 to Cornafean, 40 metres out. Fit in nicely. Now the chance. And it's gone over the bar outside the level. Eamon O'Reilly has notched up his second point of the game. Out it comes just the middle of Jim McNally. Trying to get away from Philip Wilson. Philip McDermott now. McDermott going forward. Sending it wide. And it's within 7 points apiece. The clock on the camera tells me that 30 minutes have ticked over, but I stopped the watch from a couple of stoppages, and my watch says that there's probably a minute and a half to go in this first half. Of course, it's Packy Smith's watch that matters. And Martin Turkin laying the ball off now to Paul Crossan. Paul Crossan being chased in there by Cavan Martin. Drumgoon lead by 8 points to 7. So the crowd, and a large crowd indeed, that turned out on this September sunshine are certainly getting value for money. Close and entertaining as Brian Doyle fields it out there on the halfway line. And Eamon Gaffney goes forward. And nicely off there now. Art McShane will drop it in, that's going wide.
Over message from Gareth upon the car number 96, CN 1218 is causing an obstruction, and the guarantee will move if the owner doesn't do so. 96 CN 1218.
John Riley to kick out as my watch is about to tick over on 30 minutes. 32 on the camera, there goes the half-time whistle. And so at half-time in the Mediview in the Bar and Restaurant Junior Championship Final 2000, it's Drumgoon and their blue and gold who lead Cornafean in the red by 8 points to 7.
Seats belong to the 5-year ticket holders.
The second half is about to get underway with just that 1 point between them. We look around, and if there are any changes in either position or personnel, we'll tell you about it. I did tell you earlier on that Philip Wilson was moving in towards the full forward position. He's now lining up in around the fringe of the square there for the start of the second half. The second half gets underway, and it's a free to Cornafean. Well, which way is it going? Hacky Smith has blown it up again. Colin Hannon now with the kick for Drumgoon. In there to Patrick McCabe. Well, Philip Wilson is actually playing at top of the left, and Art McShane is still at the full forward position for Cornafean, and now in possession. Art trying to sell dummies, going for the shot, and getting the equaliser. Less than a minute gone. So it's 8 points apiece. John Riley's kick will drop out to Brian Doyle of Cornafean. Good support coming up there from Eamon Gaffney. Gaffney, as Seamus Morris put in the challenge, one number 5 on the other. That's a Gary Ohm type kick. Nicely collected out there now. Al Sheridan fouled as he tried to work his way in. Art McShane to take the kick. Cornafean 9, Drumgoon 8. First time in the game for the Reds to hit the front. Another good kick out from John Riley, way out beyond the middle of the field. Paul McCabe, who's fouled. Jim McNally, he'll drop that one in. Rory McShane grabs it. And Rory to play it out. Michael McGibney into Kieran Martin. Looked around and saw the space. Eamon Riley going forward. Jabbing it up. That went off the face of Art McShane for a Drumgoon line ball, but Packy Smith has seen that Art is injured and has called up the play. Edward Jackson was anxious to get on with it. and to take the sideline kick. Play now about to resume. Ian McCabe has taken up a good position on the sideline to get some nice shots for the Celt. This is Brian Doyle, but he feeds it up into a corner where there was no Cornafean man. Seamus Forrest gets the ball to Callum Hannon. Michael McGibney with for Cornafean. Kieran Martin. The long delivery up the field, and Michael Hannon is underneath it. Michael Hannon lays it off to Seamus Morris. Morris, the long ball downfield. Liam Young grabs it. Young booting it out. Kieran Martin will go back to collect. About 30 metres out from his own end line. And then as Oliver Gormley's clearance is collected by Jimmy O'Reilly and sent downfield. That's Oliver Gormley is going back there now for Cornafean. Feeding it out. It's all pretty tight down there at the sideline. In fact, it's gone out over the sideline.
But we get someone to set program, please, in understand. We have someone in the program that understand, please.
9-8 in favour of Cornafean with 4.5 played in the second half. That's going to hang right across in on the 20-metre line. Takes a deflection inside. Eamon Gaffney will feed it out. Liam Young tripped, but the play goes on. And now the ball is going out over the sideline. Philip McDermott sends it down to Peter Hand. Peter Hand to the left and wide. As Porrick Smith prepares to kick out. That will run on for Brian Doyle. Brian Doyle now as Seamus Morris confronts him. That's a well-placed ball for Cian McShane. Cian McShane tackled by Callum Hannon and fouled. Wanted to take the free quickly, but Art says, leave it to me. About 25 metres out on a good angle for a left-footed kicker. Well struck by Art McShane. Cornafean 10, Drumgoon 8. Just over 6 minutes played in the second half. John Riley to kick out. Out to Seamus Morris. Feeds it into Colin Hannon. To Jim McNally. McNally looks. Trips away out for Paul McCabe. Paul as Michael McGibney puts in the challenge. Still Paul McCabe driving forward. Looking for support. The angle's closing down. This is Paul Clausen. That's deflected in and deflected over the bar. Peter Hand got the touch on it. That puts one between them. It's 10-9. I see Drumgoon are warming up. Keith Fannin and Phelim O'Reilly. That comes out towards the middle. Michael McGibney robbed but fouled. Eamon O'Reilly to Eamon Gaffney. Gaffney feeds it way up there now. Art McShane battling for it with Eddie Jackson. Brian Doyle comes in. The referee says it was a foul. Brian Doyle says it was the shoulder and does not want to know. Edward Jackson back on his feet. Philip McDermott with the kick. Dropping it in. That took the deflection. Liam Young, Cornafean and Martin Clark, and some pulling there. Free out. Roddy McShane will take the kick. Way up the field. Grabbed there by Philip Wilson. Philip Wilson will jab that one up into the corner. Art will come out to collect. Up near the corner flag. Still Art McShane. Jackson confronts him. Just back to Cavan. Cavan McShane kicking it right for it. Dropping in. Brought down inside. Philip Wilson of Cornafean trying to find a way. Fits it over the bar. From Philip Wilson, the sheer power of the man carried him through. 11 to Cornafean, 9 to Drumgoon. I notice once again that Philip and Tanazi Kildanis have switched positions. Philip McDermott being chased by Cavan McShane. Eamon Gaffney coming in. That's Ian O'Reilly of Drumgoon, and they're sailing over the bar. 11 points to 10. Well held by Jim McNally. Led off there now to Paul Crossan. Paul Crossan trying to feed into Ian O'Reilly. Oliver Gormley says he'll stop him in his tracks. This is Peter Hand. And that's put down by Corey Smith. Corey under pressure, free out. Out it comes. Roddy McShane advancing with it. Driving it long and hard up the field. Some pushing on Cavan McShane by Callum Hannon. Cavan McShane's free. Up towards Art. Art McShane taking it in. Jackson is after him. Still Art McShane trying to get motoring. His wheel's blocked. He's turned out of that left foot again. Toe to hand. Sends it back to Brian Doyle. Brian trying to get the left peg behind it. Gets it behind it and gets it over the bar. It's 12 to Cornafean. It's 10 to Drumgoon. Second half. The linesman is indicating that Drumgoon want to make 2 substitutions. They're prolonged Keith Hannon and they're prolonged the man that couldn't start in the beginning, Phelim O'Reilly. Seamus Morris is one of the players who has made way. We'll check on who the other one will be in just a moment. It may well be Patrick McCabe. Brian Doyle. Cavan McShane calling for it and getting it. Cavan will send that one up again towards Art. Art McShane twisting and turning, trying to wriggle away from Edward Jackson. Good support from Tanazi Kildanis. Line ball to Cornafean. That was good blocking down from Edward Jackson.
Number 16, number 14,
Art McShane will take the sideline kick. Dropping across just the far side, deflected in front of goal. John Riley collects and clears. Eamon Riley of Cornafean is there to meet it. Eamon, as Martin Clark puts in the challenge. Still Eamon Riley. Dispossessed. comes up to meet the ball for Cornafean. Peter Hand will challenge. Again, Cornafean will come forward with Eamon Riley. Jim McNally doesn't get it on the bounce. Cahill Sheridan does. Cahill will chip that one across, but there's no Cornafean man there. John Riley collects and clears it out to Paul Crossan. And Paul Crossan sends it way down for Ian O'Reilly. Ian right into the middle now for Philip McDermott. Philip now playing at full forward. Philip under pressure, feeds it back out. Ian will drop it inside. Phelan O'Reilly is up there. Oh, he's dispossessed. Rory McShane does the dispossessing. Chips it out into space. Kieran is back there. Kieran McShane near the sideline. Up to Liam Young. Into Brian Doyle. Brian Doyle up for Philip Wilson. That's too strong, and Edward Jackson will collect. Jackson twisting it down to Peter Hand. Peter Hand, he's outside the 45-metre line. He's brought down by Brian Doyle. Noted earlier, this will be a yellow for Brian Doyle. Paul Crossan to take the free. Down for Philip McDermott. Rory gets a hand to it. Liam Young will pick it up. Liam Young is fouled. Now, that could be dangerous for Philip McDermott. It's red. It's red. Philip McDermott sees red. Drumgoon are 2 points behind. They're a man down at the moment. Brian McCaffrey is going into the Cornafean team. Brian McCaffrey is going in. Liam Young is up and okay. We've played over 15 minutes in the second half. Val Sheridan is the player who's been replaced. Brian Doyle's free. That's Paul Crossan. He gets a free for Drumgoon. Lobs it in. Let's get it over the sideline. Brian Doyle looks very fired up down there. Cornafean 12, Drumgoon 10, into Ian O'Reilly. O'Reilly's shot is tailing off to the right, out of the end line. Porrick Smith to kick out. Out across the middle. Caden McShane of Cornafean couldn't hold. Paul Crossan sends it in. That will be goalkeeper Porrick Smith. Out across Michael McGibney. Paul McCabe nipped in front of him, reading the intentions of the Cornafean men. Paul McCabe now for Drumgoon. Twisting, turning, being tackled all the way. And robbed by Rory. Out it comes now. This is Caden. And Caden McShane. Did Art just come out to say something to him? Caden McShane going for the shot. Can Tanasi Kildanis keep it in? He can. Near the end, and fists it right across. Colin Hannon is back to collect it. Colin Hannon will play it out. Now, Adrian Crossan is dragged down by Cahill Sheridan. A yellow for Cahill Sheridan. A free for Drumgoon. Colin Hannon to Jim McNally. Down to Ian O'Reilly. Sprayed it across to Paul McCabe. Dropping it in and sending it wide. Drumgoon, who trail by 2, their 14 men have about 11 minutes or so to do something about it. Cornafean free. Rory McShane will take it. Way up it goes. Some pushing there. So Cahill Sheridan will leave it to Brian Doyle. Just outside the 45-metre line. Floated in by Brian Doyle. Held in by John Riley, the goalkeeper. The Cavans will come out into the space. Jimmy O'Reilly races out. But it's Cornafean now, as Philip Wilson sends it from out on the left and sends it wide. It was fed to him by Brian Doyle. Now, we await the kick out from goalkeeper John Riley of Drumgoon. I'll check the time on the camera. Says that we've played about 21 minutes. Somewhere along the line I was stopped for half a minute. The game goes on. Now it's stopped. It was a foul on Adrian Crossan. Now comes the notebook again. The number of Tanazi Kildanis going in as Edward Jackson goes for the return. Jackson going forward. Lays the ball off for Paul McCabe. Mike McGibney after him. McCabe will try and play it inside. Mike McGibney still back in there, challenging. Players unsure of what is happening around in there. Liam Young knows. He picks up the ball. Cian Martin feeds it out to Brian Doyle. The long one from Brian Doyle. Up to Brian Caffrey. Well delivered in to Tanazi Kildanis. Tanazi just chips it back to him and O'Reilly. Now for Caden McShane. Caden McShane will float it up. Brian McCaffrey across again. Back to Caden McShane. Kicking it right footed to the right and wide. 22 minutes played. 12-10. The high scoring of the first half has not followed through into the second. Jackson, he's moved up to join the attack. Free in to Drumgoon. So Ian O'Reilly will take the free. This to put one between them with about 7 minutes to go. surrounded by Cornafean men. 3 out. Corey Smith with the kick. Good position in there now from Eamon Riley. Still Eamon Riley going forward. Up for Steph Wilson. Jimmy O'Reilly read it well. Jimmy under pressure, gets the free. Down to Ian O'Reilly. Ian boots it down for Paul McCabe. Michael McGibney is after him. Now the chance for Drumgoon to narrow it to 1. Martin Clarkin is a left-footed kicker. Or will he leave it to Keith Fannin? From the 13-metre line, right on the edge of the exclusion zone. Slaps it over. There's just a little with 5 minutes to go. On it comes, held there by Drumgoon's Paul Crossan. This is Paul McCabe, now to Martin Clarkin. Gets it inside there now to Michael Hannon. Takes it further inside. Rory will pull on it. And Rory McCain gets it away out there. Tanazi Cavan. Gives it off to Brian Doyle. They've played it fast to Brian McCaffrey. Eamon Gaffney is doing the overlap. Gaffney going forward. Still Eamon Gaffney. Coming across with Edward Jackson. Referee has awarded the free. Now, with 4.5 minutes left by my timing, less than 4 on the camera clock. Hackey Smith avails of the chance to get some water on board as well. Art McShane will take the free. Is this to put 2 between them again? He's missed it. One wonder is in the next 5 minutes or so how important that this might be. Tanazi Kildanis is knocked away from him. Adrian Crossan laying the ball off. Edward Jackson going forward. Puts it inside. Ian O'Reilly. Quick delivery to Phelan O'Reilly. Phelan for Drumgoon. Now to Paul McCabe. Liam Young is there. Paul McCabe still twisting 30. Back to Ian O'Reilly. Ian O'Reilly drops it in and drops it over the bar. 14-man Drumgoon have levelled it up at 12 points apiece with 3.5 minutes to go. The next score will be a very, very important and telling score. This is Brian Doyle to Caden Martin. Caden Martin will spread that one way up there. Jimmy O'Reilly pulling on it. That is Michael McGibney of Cornafean, winning it well. Coming forward from the half-back line. Feeds it up. Has to go again. It's Michael Hannon for Drumgoon. Now for Paul McCabe. Caden Martin confronting him. Still Paul McCabe rolling it in. A nice return in from Ian O'Reilly. Paul McCabe going for it and getting the lead point for Drumgoon. There's 2.5 minutes to go. Drumgoon 13, Cornafean 12. Phil Cullen has his hands on his hips down there. I'm sure he's wondering what use will he make of the extra man for the next couple of minutes. Out in the middle of the field, Cavan Martin, Cornafean free. Brian Doyle will take it. This has been a great encounter. It's dropped inside. Callum Hannon coming out with it. Out to Martin Clarkin. Laying it off now. Keith Fannin going forward. Still Keith Fannin. And Drumgoon coming in search of another score. This is Ian O'Reilly. Quickly into Keith Fannin. Keith going for the shot. That's going to go wide. From the moment it left his boot. Corrick Smith to take the kick out. We're inside the final minute. Possession vital. Cornafean free. Can they get it up and get it over and give us another day here in Breffney Park? This is Eamon Gaffney. Up to Liam Young. Liam Young for Cornafean. Laying it in for Cavan McShane. He loses it. Jim McNally back to Phelim O'Reilly. Michael McGibney is underneath it. Free, which Cavan Martin takes. Up to Brian Doyle. The time is ticking away. There's only seconds of normal time left. Can Art McShane do something for the Cornafean men? That's lobbed right across in there. Eamon O'Reilly couldn't hold it. It's near the end line. It's over the end line. It's a 45 to Cornafean. My watch tells me we've ticked over the 30 minutes. The camera clock tells me we've ticked over 31. Liam Young to Brian Doyle. But the referee wasn't ready. Cornafean have got to go for the equaliser here. Because from this kick, the kick out following it could well bring that final whistle. What will Brian Doyle do? It's floated to the left and wide. John Riley to take the kick out. 13 points to Drumgoon, 12 to Cornafean. We're in stoppage time. Out it comes. It's fisted on. This is Liam Young. Booting it long and hard up the field. That's well collected back there by Adrian Crossan. Crossan for Drumgoon. Laying it off. Rory McShane is there for Cornafean. Rory will lay it off for Cavan. One of three McShane brothers. Into Brian Doyle. Brian Doyle now trying to work his way in. It's not an easy task. He's 45 metres out. It's loaded into Eamon Gaffney. Gaffney in there in the parallelogram. He's tackled. He's in. It's a goal! It's a goal for Cornafean. It's a goal for Cornafean. 112 to 13 points. We've played 32 minutes. Here comes Paul Crossan. That's Cahill Sheridan is back there. Out to Michael McGibney. Just still playing on. It's all over. It's all over. Packy Joe McGlade is hugging Phil Cullen down there on the sideline. What a dramatic finish. What a finish to the junior final. Drumgoon are out stretched on the field. They can't believe it. Their 14 men had gone into a lead, and somehow that sting in the tail. What a way to win, but what a way to lose. The scene.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to congratulate both teams on full of good scores, sportsmanship, and possession. To Drumgoon, I say, the hardest of luck. You had victory snatched from you at the very end. However, you're a young team, and I have no doubt you'll be back soon again, very, very soon. I sincerely congratulate my own club, Cornafean. I congratulate the players who have given absolutely everything all year out there today. I congratulate Phil Cullen and his man team for bringing us home. I congratulate the club officials on their hard work to lean times over the last long number of years. Today is our day in the sun. I want to sincerely thank our sponsor, the sponsor of the Cavan Championship, Declan and Claire Sharton from the Mediview, on behalf of the board. I want to thank everybody who had a part here today, referee, linesmen, umpires, and all our stewards. All our stewards. And so the moment has come, and it gives me great pleasure for the first senior trophy that I present in my reign of office. It goes to my good friend and neighbour. It goes to a man from Cornafean, Arthur King. Okay, here are officers. Cards here, and so on. And phone showing cycles in the way. Mr. Chairman, it gives me great pleasure to stand up here and lift this cup. As captain of that great Cornafean team. I'd like to thank all the players for the dedication and the hard work all year. It was a tough, hard year. The beginning of the year started very bad. Injuries, suspensions, you name it, everything happened. But in the end, we came good. I'd like to thank our selectors, Dominic King, Kieran Riley, Sharon Style, and Brian Miles. I'd also like to thank all our sponsors, all our supporters. All our supporters who can't be with us today. But the one man I'd like to thank most of all is Phil Cullen. Phil kept us going all the year. He worked very hard at us, and it showed him at the end of the day. We were almost dead there. But we're gas is gold. Thank you, Declan Shorten, sponsor up the whole championship. You've done a great job there every year. So that's all I have to say. And I'd like to wish Drumgoon the best in the coming year and next year. Because we're chasing against a tough game today. I'd like to have to say 3 cheers for them. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Thank you. I'd like to wish Cavan and Cavan gave the very best there in the senior final as well. Good luck to them.
Okay, Drumgoon captain to be ready. Cornafean by the best luck in the future of a very hard game. Thanks a lot for putting in that the whole year. And then we say we had it last minute of the game. We just wanted to be out of the year, but we're back again. Thanks a lot, lads. Best luck to you.
One other tribute was left, and that's the man of the match. And the man of the match for today's final goes to Edward Jackson from Drumgoon.
Some people say coach, some people say manager. Say what they like. Phil, it's been a wonderful day and a wonderful year for you and for Cornafean.
It's been a marvellous year, and I'm thrilled for the boys. They've worked so hard to get where they got. The commitment and training, it's been fantastic, and that's all you can ask of anyone. I'm thrilled for them. We won it, it was hard. Maybe some will say we stole it in the end, but I have to hand it to this man next to me here, Eamon Gaffney. Wing half back going up and scoring 1-2 or 1-3. That's what it's all about. That's what commitment is. And that's what I got Cornafean. I felt sorry for probably Drumgoon. I've been with him for 4 years. A lovely bunch of lads. Somebody had to lose. I had a job to do. I'm glad I'm on the right side of it.
Now, Phil, one could have been fooled that was just the junior final, because the level of entertainment, the quality of the football, it was a brilliant day for the game. It was great football.
Everything was in favour. There was neither wind, rain. The pitch was brilliant. We had a wonderful referee. Everyone on both sides played their heart out. That's what it's all about. To me, you can say junior football, but when it comes to the thing, it's as important to these fellas as that senior is to Gown or Cavan Gales. These boys wanted, some of them hadn't got any medals. It's great for them. I'm thrilled for them. It's a wonderful time for them.
Phil, I'll let you move on, and I'll bring in the hero of Cornafean, and going to be for quite some time, Eamon Gaffney. Early on, both yourself and Eamon Riley showed the way with scores when the forwards weren't getting them. But who would have thought then that at the death it was your goal was going to clinch it? It's a wonderful feeling for you, Eamon.
It's a tremendous feeling. I never thought it'd ever happen, but just the ball came in from the middle of the field and we attacked and I just found myself on the edge of the square when the high ball came in and caught it and turned and I see the could under the bar and just was delighted.
Now, it always happens when a team go a man down, they seem to get that extra bit. Cornafean were 2 points ahead when that happened, and Drumgoon dug deep. They actually come and they led you, and it's tough to play against 14.
It's tough surely to play against 14. We one man was appointed to play the extra man and it worked and we just kept rattling away, and Drumgoon, fair play to them, they kept digging and digging and digging and they got back level with us and went a point ahead of us, and well, the goal just the lucky break of the ball and we got the game, and the junior final with us now.
Eamon Gaffney, congrats.
Thanks.
Now I can tell you that there's a certain establishment in the parish of Cornafean, in the townland of Drumkeeran, I think, and not alone is it the proprietor, but also the captain I have with me, Art McShane. It's going to be a tremendous time up there for the next few days, maybe the next few weeks.
Oh, it'll be great, Owl. It's a great lock of weeks anyway now, because we waited a long time for this, and we knew ourselves all week that we were going to do the job, you know. That's why the like of Eamon Gaffney got up there when we needed them. We were struggling in the forward line most of the game. We couldn't just get them breaks, and we needed the like of Eamon Gaffney and boys like that to come up to do the score.
It was for a long time through the game. It was Drumgoon who set the pace, but you kept chasing, you kept foraging, you kept fighting for it, and never hung the heads.
No, we played a lot of games like that this year. The Kildalling game was the same, winning by a point, 2 points the whole hour until the last day of minutes, and then it was a draw, and then there was no bother. We come back there and got the winning point just at the right time. And we kind of knew out there today that if we just kept at it. Someone said there was about 50 seconds left when they got their point ahead, and then it was great, like a Gaffney to work so hard and come up the field and be there at the right time.
Now, when somebody said that, if that passed through your ears and you say to yourself, oh God, we've a spare man but we're a point down, the pressure is really on us, and it was hard.
Oh, the pressure was on it there. The whole Drumgoon really come into it there with 10 minutes to go. I think they must have scored 2 or 3 points one after the other. And as I say, like, we were struggling in the forwards. We got in right few balls. We missed a few. I missed a 14-yard free down about 3 or 4 minutes to go. But we dug deep, and that's really it, you know.
And the end product is that will be displayed in Cornafean for the next 12 months.
Yeah.
Art McShane
I'd like to
wants to say a few words.
I'd like to just thank Phil Cullen. Phil, the year now, gave us a tremendous boost. He come into us like in early on this year. He told us that the one thing we had to do was be disciplined, and it took about 7 or 8, 10 games to get ourselves focused in to be disciplined. And you could see out there today, the last 5 minutes, nobody hung their heads. Everyone kept at it, no dirty play, and we just got the score, vital score. So just Phil Cullen done that for us today. That was it.
Words well spoken by Art McShane. Art, congratulations, and enjoy the celebrations.
Thanks very much.
From Breffni Park in Cavan, and from the Junior Championship final, it's Sloan Agus Bannock.